So we're taking a deep breath in, and we're taking a deep breath out. And we're going to do this test run and not screw up so badly that I delete it as soon as I'm done recording, because I need to move on with my life and I need to do other things which are not me trying to just figure out how this works. Let's see, is the microphone running? Yes. Okay. So to recap, this is the fourth reshooting of a simple test run. I have nuked the other test runs from orbit because they were so bad I couldn't leave them on the channel. This is the last one, the last time I record, and I will establish quickly what's going on. Leo, I saw your comment, I read your comment, and I have taken it into serious consideration. Thank you for replying on the first post of that video. I really appreciate it. So disclose why the video was taken down. I did that. I now have the actual live stream open in another window so I can keep an eye on myself and what's happening, and everything is showing up dandy. Yes, I'm stealing V. Monroe's format, and that is because I have to change formats with my videos. I used to film in the bathroom, and I had a lot of fun doing that, sort of doing this really raw vlog kind of thing, sort of this early YouTube thing. But I have to stop that because I'm having some health issues, which is getting in the way of me being on camera live. I'm gonna try to keep this brief because this is like the fourth time I tried to explain it, and again, I need to record this in full and then get off air, rewatch it, make sure it's all good, and then just keep in mind all the settings I put in this time, if it works. And just remember that for when I really, really get the ball rolling on this show. So I'm starting to have mild convulsions, and that sounds major, but it's minor. It's little twitches and tweaks and little pauses in thought and that kind of stuff. And when I record a video, what I've had to do as this has increased is I've had to spend more time editing down and cutting out chunks of material and sort of editing around my odd mannerisms to make things look a little spiffier. And so I've been doing that with my Lolita product review videos, and that's going cool. I've started using more of a B-reel or a B-roll to cover up that. But as far as sort of the raw sitting in my bathrobe talking to you kind of videos, it's just seemed really hard to do that. So I kind of just fell off the face of the earth. But with this new format, I'm not on camera, so I don't have to edit. I would like feedback below if you guys notice anything to criticize or to comment on with the audio. I'm open for constructive criticism. I'm open for any criticism, really. This is just about trying to make sure everything works and trying to get as much feedback as possible so I can swiftly make changes to problems that are noticed, so they don't fester from video to video. And that goes for future videos. If you ever hear something like my mic is messed up, something's really screwed up, immediately, just comment down below whenever you notice that kind of technical stuff, and I will shift it. I will change it. I will do something. Going back to the health thing really quick, I just want to mention that the causation for the convulsions is just that I had a prenatal stroke, and my neurologist theorizes, I didn't know this before, but apparently when you have a stroke and the tissue dies, your brain will often have scar tissue fill the void where there used to be live tissue. And it creates sort of a support column to prevent other structures in the brain from folding in on themselves and, pinching nerves and pinching blood vessels and, affecting other areas. Apparently, this little ball of tissue can then, throughout your entire life, shift around sometimes. And so I've lived 28 years without any convulsions, any twitching. And then as of 6 months ago or so, I started twitching. And the neurologist says it's really more than likely one day I will wake up and there will be no more twitching randomly because it will have shifted and I will be non-twitch again. So I'm not too worried about it. Don't worry about it. It's not a huge deal. It's just I'm trying to be very careful about my public video image because I understand that this is all very amateurish. So I want to provide as professional of a product as I can manage. Because it's very easy to slip into laziness and to say that, well, I could put more time and effort in, but I'm lazy. And filming in a bathrobe was already sort of lazy enough. It was kind of meant to put the lampshade on being lazy. And now I just want to say, okay, I can be that lazy, but I can't start making people, I don't know what to call it, but uncomfortable looking at me on camera. So moving on, it's a pathetic subject I want to get away from now. If you guys have any questions about anything, I'm always an open book. You could always ask me about personal or I don't know what to call it, medical stuff if you're interested, just because I really want to make a point of always being as transparent as I can manage to be to everyone. But moving on, because we covered that now. Go and trying to make the video not 10,000 years long. I swear I've had to edit down 40-minute videos of me talking down to 20 minutes. It is the most awful thing on planet Earth. I am a windbag. I am an absolute awful windbag. If you talk about something that I'm a fanboy of, I can fanboy from here to the end of the earth. I can waste hours of your life talking about something. So moving on. Let's see. Nothing much else to cover. I put all these points up, but this slide I actually made for the second attempt, and this is number 4. So at this point, one question I do have is if you hear any traffic noises in the background, I'd like to know, because when I recorded the first attempt, it was in the morning when there was no traffic, and now there should be traffic outside. I hear traffic outside, so I want to know if that's coming through. If it does, then I will try to record at times when traffic is low. If you can't hear the traffic, then I will not pay attention to what time of day it is and just record whenevs. I think that's pretty much it as far as all serious business. I want to kind of move on to silly business real quick before shutting down. Silly businesses. I'm going to start to show you the roughs soon of my game stuff. And the reason why I wasn't showing a lot before is I was in the middle of transitioning a lot of junk from one thing to another thing. I think I mentioned in another video, I have an editor now. And while he's not any kind of professional paid editor, spoilers, it's my boyfriend. I'm laughing at myself. I don't know if that's pathetic or cute. But anyways, we were really rewriting and redrafting a lot of stuff because he is way more game minded than I am. And so there is a lot of stuff that had to get changed, a lot of adjustments that had to be made. And so now I can show you guys the better roughs, I suppose, was for the text and things. I'm going to start showing you guys also the pencils that are related to it. I'm going to try to stay away from the final pieces because I'm still trying to figure out how we feel about that. I know that sounds like a weird sentence, especially putting the word we in it, but I don't know quite how much of sort of the finished material should be presented necessarily, but I'm considering it. I'm really thinking about that. And then I'm also going to be doing video game reviews more soon. And the way those are probably going to do is just like this sort of still slides. And I want to do Big Fish games. Because Big Fish is a service like Steam, but it's directed mostly towards children. And I think it would be interesting to sort of tackle these games that are really 7 out of 10s or 6 out of 10s, but that have interesting aspects. I really appreciate sucky games that have an interesting angle or interesting part to it that's worth noting or fiddling with or being aware of from like a design perspective. So that's going to become a thing. Anyways, thank you everyone who's listened to this. I hope the slide showed up. I think I see the slide on the live feed, but like until I stop this and watch it backwards, I'm not going to trust anything. So I'll talk to you later when there's an actual video. I hope this isn't too long. Oh, goodness, it's probably really long, but thank you, all 3 people who are watching. Bye-bye.